win for the Saints, and they go right to work again.
I thought we went in, with a great group of guys, and we had a great game plan, and I thought we played pretty well, and then it all kind of hits you with a few minutes left. That they're going to win the national championship, and you're not.
The Limestone Saints avenge their lone loss of the season. They win their third Division II national championship in the last 4 years.
I think from that second on, when that hit zero, you can see it in our team that, we weren't going to let that happen again.
In Merrimack, you got to tip your cap to the Warriors. They played a whale of a ball game. They made Limestone earn everything that they got. There's some long faces over on that sideline, but that program, that team, that coaching staff has a lot to be proud of here in 2017.
A little surreal. You're just kind of sitting there watching it like a movie. And you're also proud of setting a new standard for the program of getting to the national championship, but then you're devastated at the same time. And we've been in purgatory kind of from that day until we were back.
We didn't really talk too much about last year's national championship, but everyone kind of knew, especially with the large senior class that we had this year and the experience from the younger guys playing in that game. We knew how much we had to work to get back to that game, and it gave us that extra edge losing it and being so close.
Preseason was one of those grinds where you understand that this is the year that everyone's actually going to be coming after you. And you're the best team in the North last year. You have so much returning talent. So preseason for us was about kind of regaining that talent, but also mixing it in with all the new talent that was coming in.
When we scrimmaged Yale, we knew we were going to have to play the best ball we played in order to stay close with them. And losing, I think it was like 13-8, that just shows how we could hang with some of the best teams in Division I. So.
Season started with New York Tech as the opener, and we kind of all thought it was just coaches talk. When you say you see a look in the eye, we would literally start to see a look of determination and confidence in everybody's eyes. And that, I've never seen it for the entire roster. You always see a couple guys that are just totally bought in and totally willing to do whatever it takes and believes in themselves. The whole team had that sparkle, and it was awesome. That belief just started translating into such incredible confidence, but not arrogance, and the kids kept preparing hard, and the coaching staff kept preparing hard, and we were going to outwork it before the game, and on game day we're just going to let it all showcase.
The season was really unique in that, I don't think anyone was really thinking about the national championship during the season. For us, it was focusing on that day. So whether it was practice, whether it was a game, all season long, it was just focusing on that day. What can you do this day to get better? And then you knew, if you were doing it each and every day, finally when it comes around May, we were going to be there. But I don't think anyone, the whole season was really thinking about, oh, I'm doing this for the national championship. We're doing it to get better the next week and just stacking things on top of each other.
everything they've done for the entire year. We know they're going to go to it this much time left. Take care of business Sunday. We don't leave this field till Gillette Stadium. All right? And that's it. We don't have to go on the road, no hotels. We haven't raised that trophy since 2010 and since 2000. All right, so again, it's something that we don't take lightly. It's one of our goals. We talk about it all the time. All right, we have an opportunity to do that Sunday in front of fans, family, alums, and then not leave here till Gillette Stadium. You know, if we keep playing our game, we keep playing well. We're moving on. We got a trophy to raise on Sunday. Let's go, Brian. Yep. Hey, let's go, Mac on 3. 1, 2, 3. You know, it's the first time we've hosted, you know, an N10 championship game. All right, it's the first time we have the ability with one win, you know, and coming out with a strong first 5 minutes to determine our fate in the tournament. We have that all in front of us because we've earned it, we've worked for it, we've prepared, things broke our way, in a sense. We're at home today with one mission. One mission is to raise the trophy in Merrimack Stadium, all right, that's it. And when you're tired, when we hit adversity or whatever it is, and there's weather and everything else that's going out there, just know that, you know, how is it gonna feel not leaving it all out there and watching those guys raise that trophy in our stadium? It ain't gonna happen, all right? So at the end of the day, I know we'll outwork them, we'll outskill them, we'll out-team them. All right, the biggest thing is I'll take us in an adversity game any day of the week. But first and foremost, know your role, know what you have to do, come out and play with energy. Everything else will take care of itself. That's it. Our f***ing trophy, they're gonna have to take it from us. Let's go, on 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3! Ah! Do it as a team, come out with a championship. Let's go, on 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3! Down low, shoots and scores! Stay with the course, stay the course. Let's go. On 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3. Hey, listen, they're throwing all their punches. Just keep wearing them out. Worry about the next stop, the next stop, the next stop, and the offense is going to get going. All right, let's go.
Having the opportunity to host the N10s and the NCAAs was awesome, and I think going into the N10s and having the opportunity to host the NCAAs was a huge motivator for us. We knew it would be a huge advantage being able to play at home. You know, we wanted the championship, the N10 championship, but it was a lot of motivation within that to really have those home games come in the next couple of weeks.
Efficient offense, efficient defense, hard work in the middle of the field. All right, first 5 minutes, focus on that. On 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Let's focus on the first 5. Let's shorten this quarter with stops. Let's go on 3D. 1, 2, 3.
I think we had a great game plan going into it. We knew they had some good, some good offensive players. They had a very strong defense. They're going to be one of the better teams we played all year. I think we focused a lot on us going into the game and just sticking to what we did, as opposed to changing ourselves to play them. So we stuck to ourselves. That game was cool. Being able to host an A10 championship at the new stadium was very awesome, and what a way to kind of go out and then start, our 3rd season, which was the NCAA tournament.
That is it. Your Merrimack Warriors are the 2018 Men's Lacrosse Champions.
Yeah, when you raise a trophy, at home in your stadium, especially the first year of a stadium, it's special. And our guys, want to leave that mark, our seniors, knowing that, this was our last NE10 game, and we want to win the trophy, we want to raise it, in our stadium. I think, having the crowd there and all the people there supporting, they knew what was at stake. They knew that it was, obviously an NE10 trophy and a championship in the league, but also, setting the path for home field throughout.
3 more games, right? 3 more games. Let's go. Let's line up for picture. Let's go on 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3.
I was calling the NE10 trophy the distraction trophy, and my fear was that it would satisfy the hunger of some of the guys, and it just didn't. They were just starving for a national championship. So it felt good for about a day, and maybe a day and a half, and then we got right back to work.
The New York Tech game was maybe one of the best games I've seen our team play. They went out there, and from the opening face-off, they were all over them. We're going to play a full 60 minutes, and they were just, they were going to play as hard as they could, and play together, and I thought, it just led to a really dominant performance.
You guys are hungry. The resolve of this team I've never seen in any team that I've coached here. All right, you guys are, you put value in preparing. You put value in winning a street fight and winning a slick game. You put value in knowing the scout, trusting your teammates, trusting the staff. And that's why we're here. That's why we have a great opportunity in front of us. These guys, are coming up here, dreaming about a final or an NCAA championship. We know what it looks like. We know how bad we will fight and scratch and claw to get back there. And we're 1 win away from that. We've worked all these hours for, months and months now, and it comes down to a 60-minute game. And the good news is the team that's more prepared, more confident, quite honestly better, wins those games.
Graduation obviously put us down there, but being able to go back down there and kind of finish our ultimate goal and send ourselves to Gillette, it was a really cool moment, and I think it meant even more to us because that's where all the alumni kind of started everything for us. And they were all there, and to wrap things up and send us back to Gillette on the field where they began the process of getting this group to Gillette was pretty cool.
We put so much effort in on that field, and it kind of built our program to where it is now. So being able to kind of finish off our careers going to a national championship on Martone in front of a great crowd, it was special. It was.
Come out, own the first 5 minutes. Don't be over emotional, all right? We're up here energy-wise. We're also up there as a clear-headed, ready to play lacrosse, right? We know what we're doing. Fall back in your habits. Don't think too much. Play fast. Trust each other. Trust the game plan. Hey, let's go. Mac on 3. Hey, be the bully. Let's go. On 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3.
It's the first time we've played in an elimination style game against an opponent we haven't played that season. To not have any on-field experience with your opponent is intimidating, and they look good on film, and they are a high-quality team, high-powered offense, #1 offense in the country. So prepping for them was a long week, and then we got out on the field, and we're like, all right, this is the real deal. We're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to get after them today.
Get off your man. They're getting physical and they're bumping us off the ball. Get separation from your man on the rotation. Let us use our speed, not our strength. Let's go on 3 D. 1, 2, 3. First 5 minutes dictates this quarter. Let's go. On three, Mac. 1, 2, 3. Give it everything you have for 15 minutes. No heroes, all right? No one hiding from the ball, no one doing too much. You do your jobs that you did for the entire season, and that's the reason why we're here. But you're gonna do it so you have absolutely nothing left in your body. Understood? Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's finish this game. Hey, let's go on 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3. The challenge for you now is to find more hate, more focus, more anger, more preparation, whatever it is, all of us, to be as prepared, if not more, for St. Leo's. That's it, all right? We're that close to a national championship. We can either jog in and hope we got it and think we're better than them, which we are, or we kick the door in and leave no doubt as to who's the best team in the country, and it is us. We said that from the first day of practice, and now we are 1 week away from righting the wrong from last year. That's it.
We talked about it being a player's game. It's a player's game today. You know, we don't have to rally up. We don't have to hype this game up. We know what it means to you guys. It's another lacrosse game, but it's one that we get to achieve something today that no one's ever achieved here. There's something really cool about that.
The lead up from last year was we were upset we didn't get it done, but also, you know, we were more motivated than ever. You know, Hunter, I didn't know he had the picture of Limestone raising the trophy on his phone for a full calendar year.
I decided probably, I guess, midway through the summer, kind of think, what do I need extra to get myself to take that next step forward? And so I looked up a picture, put it on the background, and seeing that 100 times a day probably on repeat until Memorial Day weekend. I think that was something in me that I just refused to let happen again.
I want to play the same way we played all year. We play fast, we play together, all right? We play confident, we play with that swagger, but we also will absolutely outwork you and we'll absolutely fight you in the parking lot after the game. And that's us. It's been us since the first day, and that's been our identity. You come in here and you win these games with your identity. Nothing changes. You know your roles on O, you know your roles on D. I've looked you guys in the face for 3, 4 years, 5 years. You guys want it more than anybody I've ever seen. So you go out there and you earn it. Play with energy, play together, play fast. We'll outwork them, out-slick them, out-team them. All right, we talked about that all year. Nothing changes today. That's it.
Last year's championship run, the night before, I was really anxious. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't really eat. And I was shaking in the locker room and I was like sweating profusely and it was nerve-wracking. Coming full circle to this year, I wasn't not focused, but I was really relaxed. Kind of this feeling of, we got this.
Pretty clear-headed and confident walking into that game. I think everybody was loose and joking and we knew we were ready.
Let's go, Brian. Hey, remember, they're the team that hasn't been here before. They're the team that's gonna go in there feeling like, all right, let's try to survive the first few minutes. We've earned that right to be the aggressor, right? So when we go out there, earn it. First whistle to the last horn. Let's go, boys, let's go. Hey, one more, right? Let's go, do it together, all right? Let's go, on 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3.
Today, one team will make history in the Division II Men's Lacrosse National Championship game, St. Leo and Merrimack. Merrimack is located exactly 53 miles away here from Gillette Stadium, so they have the overwhelming cheering section.
The fans were awesome. I mean, you look up and you just see yellow, 80% of the stadium. It's everything from guys like Max Allen who played last year hanging over the fence, screaming and pounding the side of the wall. It was just, you could feel the energy of the crowd immediately, and I know Leo's felt it too.
Having the fans at Gillette and having that many looking up into a sea of yellow, it motivates you. That many people came out to support you. We wanted to give them a show and really show what we could do.
This really, if Merrimack executes, plays their game plan, man, they've got a really good chance of picking up the school's first national title.
Hey, take a deep breath, come out like a house on fire, playing team ball on both sides of the ball. Remember, we can focus at a high level and play at a high level with energy. We're the more experienced team. First 5 minutes can be very important for us to come out and set the tone. That's it, nothing else. It's your guys' game. We'll make the adjustments. We got a great game plan. We got a great team. Go out there and put together the first 5 minutes. We'll keep stacking them. That's it. Hey, let's go. On 3, Mac. Let's go. Hey, let's keep our focus on the field. Let's go. On 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3.
When his speech was over, I just had so much juice going through my body and just so much energy and emotion that this was going to be our year to take it. I felt relaxed and stepping on the field, I looked up into the crowd and took a deep breath, and from there it was pretty much complete domination the rest of the game.
7 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock when we scored our first goal. So there was a lot of feeling them out.
It's Jack Trask, Merrimack strikes first.
Having the opportunity to net the first goal of the game in the national championship, just to hear the crowd go crazy and the team go crazy and to score on a stage like that is pretty cool.
I think both teams were throwing punches and trying to figure out what was going on, and I think we landed our first punch and just went, all right, let's go.
Walks it out in front.
Right now, Merrimack is just having their way with the St. Leo Lions.
It is all going right for Merrimack. Then cutting it across, it will count.
Dominant first 30 minutes. That's the only way you can describe the first half of this contest.
We got one more half. All right, that's it. And I don't want to focus on the first 5 rather than the next half. But until it hits 0, we are all dialed in. All right? If we're the cutthroat team that I believe we are, that ain't good enough. We got another half to go after these guys. And that's been our identity all year. If there's time on that clock, we're gonna play you, and we're gonna play you tough. And that's what we've been doing. We'll be relentless through 4 quarters. We got 2 left. Let's go, Brian. 1, 2, 3.
Trask, room and time, and Merrimack picks up where they left off. Trent shooting, oh, what a bullet. Spinney, and there's another look. That's Jack Trask.
Hey, keep doing what we're doing. Keep leaning on these guys. Again, our identity, we're relentless from quarter 1 to quarter 4. Keep that gas down, all right? Let's go. Hey, let's take care of business. Let's go. On 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3. Back!
Skip past Thomas, gave it up. O'Connell, series of fakes, and finishes. Later, Merrimack returns. They didn't leave anything to chance. Runs completely away from St. Leo to their first national championship.
And I look at Mitch Green and I was like, what do I do? What do I do with it? And he said, run it to the fans, run it to the fans. So I just put it over my head and just ran straight to the fans. And they were all going crazy, so it was good to give it back to them.
The birth of my 2 kids, my wedding day, and then that moment, you know, was pretty much as good as it gets.
It still hasn't really sunk in that we've won a national championship, and it's starting to a little right now, but I think it's going to take a while.
Yeah, being a senior captain and leaving with a national championship, what a better way to go out. I couldn't have imagined it being any more perfect.
I changed it probably 3 days ago to a picture of the entire team piled on top of each other. And I don't think I'm ever going to change that background on my phone for a long time because I needed to remember that forever.
Having the alumni there was so special. We did this for them. So many guys have put in so much work to this program and built the culture that we have here. So this national championship wasn't for just the guys that are currently on the team. It was for everybody, the entire alumni of Merrimack Men's Lacrosse. We wanted to get it for them and kind of pay it back to them after all the work they've put in.
Fellas, listen, for me, I can't thank you guys enough. We've wanted this for so long, and you guys matched that this year and wanted it probably just as much, if not more than us. So at the end of the day, I thank you. It's something I've wanted ever since I started coaching. So you guys gave us everything, and we just ran 3 good teams off the table. All right, you come out here today, call us one thing, national champion. Oh, yeah!
Hey, you guys are awesome.
Back on 3. 1, 2, 3! The one thing that was great, I heard a lot of the guys after the game,
one of the first things out of their mouth was, we're so happy, for all the alums who played here, for, the teams that came before us. And they have a great sense of history. They know that they're not on this stage without, the teams of the past, whether it be turning it from a club program into a varsity program, or turning it from a under 500 team to an over 500 team, or, winning the first NE10 or making it the first NCAA tournament game. It was nice to have them have that sense of history and wanting to win the trophy and the national championship, not only for themselves, but for everyone who came before them who, helped build to that moment.